Welcome back, everyone, to episode 164 of the Craftverse series. And in between episodes, I went ahead and got all of the pieces that I need to actually get this sorting system up and running. Went ahead and removed a couple of those that are very easy to replace and get the whole system rolling. And you see we still have a bunch of items just lingering about, ready to go whenever I put those hoppers back. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get all of these sorting system items in place. And then we'll get all of the bits and bobs that we need inside those sections. You'll see I have everything marked out in front of the hoppers, so I don't mess it up. Now in the Awkward Kingdom, there's 4 of these, and only 1 fish. Very clearly, based on my experiences, I need to have 1 less of these and 1 more of the fish, which ultimately works pretty well, because I don't have to change up the design any, I just have to change how I sort them. At no point will there ever be granite entering this farm, so it doesn't matter. But I went ahead and named it just to be safe, and so I don't forget what I was using to sort in the system with. So now we're done with those, and I can grab all of the correct pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and just drop these off here for if and when I need to expand or adjust this farm. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get this side in first. This is the shards. 3 in a row of shards, followed by 2 in a row of crystals. Okay, there's enough in there. As long as it's 41 or more, you're fine. You'll see that stops at 41. And all of these should do the same, locking those in place. Just quickly double checking and making sure everything is functioning properly. And then this one obviously doesn't get a sort, so I can go ahead and put one side of hoppers in. So you're already a functional sorting system. Now I have to get the other side in. And we do this in reverse, where the cod, and then crystal, and finally the shard. Quickly double check and make sure all of these say 41 and nothing is missing from the other slots. And we're good. We can go ahead and install the last hopper, and the farm is officially fully upgraded, sorted, and ready to go. That is what I like to see. Now, this is a platform I don't have on the Awkward Kingdom version. I think I will install it, though, because it is extremely helpful to be able to just come up here and adjust things and not have to worry about pillaring up or climbing or doing any of that nonsense. Now, if I come down here, everything should automatically be sorting in itself. Yep, got fish, crystals going in, and then a catch-all just in case something gets awry. Shouldn't be quite as much in all of them. And then there should be nothing in there. And we ought to be good. Now I just have to decide, do I want to put a portal in here? If so, should I have it an extra block out just on the off chance something happens? I don't yet know if I want to move that portal. It kind of looks fine where it is. And it's a lot easier to navigate moving it. I am going to go ahead and plunk a double, or not a double, ender chest right here. And I'll pick that one up, which means I now need to go upstairs and grab a slab. Doesn't matter what kind of slab, honestly. Let's just quickly double check and make sure I don't already have the kind of slab that I would put in its place. Okay, I can make an extra one. Guardian Farm, fully activated, fully upgraded. It only took a few episodes to do. Nothing too traumatic. That there. Got my ender chest back. It's a little gaudy, I'll admit, but I like being able to see out and make sure that it's safe to leave. I don't think I have to worry about anything jumping and getting up in the farm at any point, so we should be all set. I'm debating on whether I want to add a little escape exit, because nothing should spawn up here. And this is the same level as a platform that I can use. So what I can do is put a door maybe right here. Or at least a point where I can walk in and out. Doesn't necessarily have to be a full-on door. Just like I said, nothing should ever spawn out here. And if I'm sitting in the farm, nothing should get to me. But just to be on the safe side... There, that way nothing can walk in willy-nilly, and I can walk out very easily and quickly and not have to worry about something following. Can also close that if I'm not going to be in there, that way a phantom can't slide in. All the redstone is functioning. You can see what all is in the farm. And we are good to go and done. A side effect also of running the farm was it is also an experience farm, so I was able to fully restore my wings. That was a very time-consuming task, wasn't it? But well worth it in the long run, because I was only getting a fraction of what I'm allowed to get with that farm. because a lot of it would just sit there and despawn, which means it's a lot slower. The experience was slowing it down as well. Things weren't generating as fast. But every single item slot in the chests were always full. So I'm glad I was able to expand it, especially since like 5 of the chests, double chests, were individually full of shards when I would log in on the Awkward Kingdom after a full night of AFK. There were several chests of fish every single time, completely full, and maybe 1 to 4 of crystals. And of course, there was some that would go into the overflow chests. So at least now it's fully done, ready to go. Organized, looks better, lit up, we're good. Now, as far as over here is concerned, I have my little paper mill over here. Debating on whether I want to put the bee farm in here, which is, I believe, still missing some spruce. Maybe not. This side has it. Okay, it's not missing any. I made sure it had it all. Good, good, good. I could put it right over here, because I have no intention of putting extra farmland outside of the house. I could also make little bamboo sections out here. I'm debating on what I want to do with this lot particularly. These should have grown in by now. Yep, these are back. I only cut down 2 of them, and they always grow back really quickly. But, as you see here, it is missing a couple things. Namely, some pieces that I put onto a couple of other worlds, and I would like to put it on here. So, got 17 minutes for the end of this episode. So let's go ahead and grab as much tuff as I have. I don't know if I have enough. Let's go find out. All the way down here in the basement. In the tuff section. Don't have enough of that. Don't have any of that. Don't really need that at all. Got 2 pieces of that. And about a stack and 6 of regular tuff. So it looks like I need to go mining again. So we'll have to put that off until next time. Especially since I don't even have my mine ready to go. I may have to do that between episodes as well. I don't know, you let me know in the comments. Is that something you want to see me digging all the way down to diamond level? Because that's what that mine's eventually going to do, is dig all the way down. And it's going to follow this path all the way underneath these stairwells. So it's ultimately going to be well underneath this build, whatever this build ends up being. I've already got my mob grinder here. I'm not quite sure what exactly is going to sit right here. But I know what's going to replace this, and it needs the bee farm in order to do that. Luckily, I have all of the bees. I just need to go ahead and design that farm. And I don't have a design quite ready yet, so that's going to have to wait a bit. So what can we do with the time that we have? Why don't we go check on the iron farm and see how well that's doing? I did take a large portion of it out on my alt account in order to use the iron for pickaxes to get all the way down to where I was at the beginning of this week's episodes. There's still a substantial amount left. That is good because I'm going to need a bunch of it. Not just yet. Not just yet. I still got to get the green wood and the crimson wood. Something tells me that's not a big enough patch to do that in either. So I may need to get quite a bit more of those patches of ground. Well, actually, no, I can just spread those out by picking all of them out except one, putting a bunch of netherrack down, and then bone mealing the netherrack and expanding it out. So I think that's what I'll do. Grab the netherrack. I've been putting off doing that for quite a while. And I need some more pieces to fill this out, so... Don't need the fortune one. And then I go grab the bone meal from upstairs. Nope. Quite sure that's going to be enough, honestly. That's going to have to do. Let's go ahead and move the axe out of the way. I'll make one lane of each. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can actually move this closer so it doesn't rub up against that, which is good. This does give me the opportunity to get more. If you were unfamiliar with this little mechanic, when you have a piece of crimson or warped nylium, bone mealing the netherrack that's touching it will turn that into the nearest nylium form. It appears to be a bit laggy though. So do that. Four, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Was there a particular reason I did patches of 7? Not really. It just makes it a little bit easier. Fill all that in. Grab my shovel. And fill all that in with netherrack. I'm not sure why my game is starting to lag. Ever since I started bone mealing these, it's been a bit laggy. You see that, right? Like, I'm fluid right now. But when I bone meal the netherrack, it's laggy. That doesn't make much sense. Alright. Got torch. Doing this will help ensure that I always have some nylium available, especially when I bone meal it like that. Because sometimes the trees can be a very extensive, like more than a 2x2 extensive, and take up the entire thing, and if it stays on the nylium for too long, it has a chance of turning it into netherrack before you can do anything with it. And I don't want to have to run all the way back and grab more. Because it's a long walk to the nearest warped forest. It's my nether spawn was a basalt delta. Not exactly my preferred spawn, but the one that I ended up with. Excuse you. Interrupting my video. To be 1 over. You probably have enough light over here, you don't need this. So I can move you to this line. About there. That's what I thought I heard. Ooh. Lucky shield. They call them the flying nibblers. Not really, but they could. Some might argue that they should. Go ahead. Poke me. Bonk. Should have gone for the backside. Instead, you're giving me the opportunity to shield against you. Thanks for the heads up. You're not as threatening if I can protect myself against you. Oh, there's 2 of you. That's why you're extra annoying. You know what would really suck? If they decided, you know what? Overworld mobs can spawn on overworld blocks regardless of dimension, and nether mobs can spawn on nether blocks regardless of dimension. That would be ghasts spawning in the overworld natively, cows and pigs spawning in the nether. Ender dragons spawning in the overworld. But new. Hello. Boop. Alright, good doing business with you. Thanks for the boop. Hey, I did not say you could do business. I said they did business. There's a difference, Mr. Spider. And just like that, I have a field of nylium. Don't need any of those little bits, actually. What I do need are these things. They're like, oh no, he's looking at us. We shouldn't go boop him. What are they, booze? Oh, why are you out here? Just because it looks like nylium doesn't mean it is nylium. You don't need to throw your pokey stick at me. Such inconsiderate neighbors. Then again, I am taking over his lake, so I guess it's not altogether unwarranted. Yes, yes, I hear you. You're so threatening when I'm in my basement. So scaled. You actually have a spot right there. Now I gotta put that dirt back because I don't need the dirt. Grab all the bone meal I can carry. And then sleep just to kill those flying rats. Who needs to waste arrows and durability when you can use the power of the sun? Update that. That just looks like a weird equal sign. I just noticed it's longer than the other farm. Interesting. Not by much. By like a block or two. Why are you not despawning? Did you get stuck in here? Why do I still hear you? Oh, there you are. That was an unfortunate placement there, buddy. You know what? You're gonna be a thumbnail. Behind the scenes thumbnail creation. Something I forgot to do entirely while I was doing those other episodes, so that's unfortunate. Plunk. And now he can burn to death. And it can be nice and peacefully quiet. As it should be. Pick up this chunk, I suppose. I wish I could pick up the trident, but that's not how that works. Nothing like littering in the ocean. Technically it's in a lake, but still. Okay. Right about here's probably a good spot. Yeah, so I had a feeling you were going to do that. And then 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that is more than a 2x2, but it is very much appreciated. I am not going to argue with that at all, but I am going to expand upon this little farm, and hopefully we can finish up the actual bridge the next time. So thank you all for watching this week's episodes of the Craftverse series, and I hope to see you in next week's episodes. Please leave a like and subscribe, and comment on anything you would have done differently in any of these episodes. Where should we put the bee farm also? Let me know. I'll have to think of a design for it. In the meantime, have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.